Do you recommend the new flea collar that lasts for 8 months, and is it safe? So this collar, I don't know if you've seen the ads on TV or not, but it's called Seresto, and it's made by Bayer, and the label claim is that it actually lasts for 8 months, and you can use it on dogs and puppies as long as they're 8 weeks of age or older. There's a weight restriction too. They have to weigh 18 pounds. And then you can also use it on cats and kittens as long as they're over 10 weeks of age. So if you're a cat owner, you're probably thinking, what in the world? Why would I put a collar on my cat? And I do agree that cats can get into all kinds of trouble wearing collars. I've seen them if it's loose enough, tangle their front leg up through the collar, and then it cuts up underneath their armpit. Or they can get them caught in a tree or in underbrush. But Bayer says that this collar is designed with it's like a safety closure mechanism so that the pet's own strength is enough to widen the collar enough to cause a quick release. So I don't know if I would trust that on a cat, but there is a breakaway feature that, for a small dog, I don't think you need to worry about it getting hooked on anything. So anyway, this collar kills fleas pretty quick, kills it within 24 hours of applying or putting the collar on, and then it takes a little bit longer to kill ticks. And it's basically got 2 ingredients, and it is really nothing new, this combination of ingredients. It's got imidacloprid in it, and that's an insecticide that works by poisoning the insect's nervous system. And this is actually the same chemical that's in Advantage and Advantix, which are also made by Bayer. The other chemical that's in the collar is flumethrin, which is a synthetic pyrethrin type of insecticide. And pyrethrins are the ones that come from chrysanthemums. This is a synthetic version of that chemical, but it's made to simulate a chemical that comes from chrysanthemums, which is kind of natural. And that sort of works the same way. It attacks the nervous system of the insect. So I will give you one caution with flumethrin or any of the pyrethrins or permethrins. They can be toxic to cats because cats don't have the enzymes that help detoxify this chemical in the liver. So I don't think it's going to be toxic if you just put it on topically in the form of a collar, but if they lick each other, it could be toxic. So the combination of chemicals in this collar really isn't anything new. In fact, it's very similar to what's in Advantage and Advantix and a lot of other flea products out there. The difference is really that it's in the form of a collar and that it lasts for 8 months. Most of the topical combinations of imidacloprid and a permethrin come in the form of a liquid that you squirt between the shoulder blades, and you have to do it every month. So this collar is supposed to last for 8 months, and they say that it's water resistant, but if you actually read the fine print, they'll say that it's water resistant as long as your pet only gets bathed or gets wet once a month. If you bathe them more than that, or if they swim a lot, then it might only be 5 months duration. So I'd look to see if I could find any reports of side effects, and really there's no more side effects to this collar than you see from any of the flea and tick preventatives, because all of these attack the nervous system of the insect. If you have a dog that's an epileptic, you don't want to use any of these products because they could potentially have an effect on your pet's nervous system. So epileptics have been known to seizure after you put any of these insecticides on them. So, keep that in mind. And then there's been occasional reports of lack of appetite or depression. It does take a while before this collar really seems to do its thing. So you want to give it a while before you give up on it. I guess the one thing, just my own personal thought on this, is that the goal, for years now has been to kind of get away from putting a collar on pets. So it's kind of weird to see things go back to wearing a collar again. And I would worry too, if it can break away easy enough that your pet won't get choked in it. Are you going to buy this $50 flea collar and your dog's going to go out and get it caught in a bush and it's going to break away, and then you're going to lose your $50 flea collar? So that just logistically seems like the one thing I'd worry about. But as far as the chemicals that are on the collar, they are as effective. In fact, they're exactly the same as a lot of the chemicals that are in the topicals that you put on every month. So that's sort of the skinny on that collar.